Welcome to Relay.
Jack Shost just started his co-op with Northeastern University last week. Compared to last year, Jack was not able to physically go to his new job. Everything is much different in his new co-op, and he describes how different last year was compared to this year during a pandemic. What's your major, and what year are you supposed to graduate?
So I am a finance major with an economics minor, and I'm planned to graduate May of 2021.
My first question is, what do you do for your co-op? So don't mind saying the name of the company. Just tell me like what you do in general. Like what's your typical day?
Yeah, so I work alongside the project management team, and the tasks actually vary quite differently based on who I'm kind of helping. So big picture, it's all kind of corporate finance. A lot of what I do is called cost fit or cost saving and cost reduction across the company to, minimize expenses. I also work alongside the quarter close process, so we can compile the earnings call, which then gets presented out to the public and to analysts. And I'm also working to kind of transfer outdated legacy admin systems into a new updated format, working alongside a partner company.
Oh my God, that's freaking awesome. I've never
cool.
heard. I think you're like the first person I know that has like a finance major. I don't think I know anybody with a finance major. That's freaking sick.
It is cool. It's really cool. And
Awesome.
I'm actually like doing stuff, which is the best part. So.
Right. Okay, cool. All right. So second question. So did you apply to your co-op like during the pandemic? So everything started March here in the United States. So did you apply then? Or did you apply before, like in January or something?
I actually applied all the way back in October.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
So October 2019. So I had no idea about anything that was to come at the time.
Right. When did you find out that you got accepted to the job?
It was probably a week to a week and a half after I interviewed. So it was still October, maybe closer to Halloween time though.
Oh, wow. So this was still in 2019.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
COVID.
And they told you they wanted you to start in, July, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I was actually very fortunate that my co-op never got pushed back. I started July 7th, which was always my planned start date. But
all right.
I'm supposed to obviously be in the office, and now I'm doing it all virtually.
So you already kind of like answered this question. So was there still a lot of job opportunities when you first applied in October?
Yeah, so back in October, there actually was, probably through like the Northeastern's co-op program,
Mm-hmm.
there were a lot of opportunities still available. What became interesting though was as, the COVID kind of progressed and the seriousness was starting to be felt across all, parts of the country, a lot of internships, a lot of co-ops just started canceling, saying,
right,
we're not going to be able to do this. We're sorry for or even getting pushed back. But at the time of interviewing, there were lots of opportunities still.
So how long is your co-op, and was it the same amount of like months as your first co-op?
Yeah, so it is the same as my first co-op. It's scheduled for 6 months, so I would end in December.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same.
And you're not going to school, right?
No,
only full time.
Yeah, I'm basically a full-time employee working a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday.
Awesome, cool. Okay, next question. So can you explain how different it is compared to your first co-op?
Definitely. So I did really enjoy my first co-op. It was my kind of first, real world corporate work experience. But because it was my first experience, the company was a little hesitant to give me significant work that was going to become very material for the company. Most of what I did, I was kind of facilitating the team, but more on the periphery, kind of helping with more not as serious tasks. So I can tell you already, just like from the beginning of my new internship, the work I'm doing is much more substantial. It's reports that are actually going to be presented to upper management, senior management, and that I really enjoy. Now that I have a little bit of work experience under my belt, the company is they feel much safer giving me more substantial work that will be more material and kind of affect how the company performs in the future.
Did your company do that with you as well?
Yeah, so if I was in the office, it's, a dual monitor setup with a keyboard, a mouse, all that kind of equipment. Because of COVID, because being at home, they shipped me a laptop, which isn't typically what I would have worked on. I would have worked on like a PC computer.
Right.
And they also shipped me, basically we use a VPN to access the company's, files and whatnot. So they
Right.
give me basically an access key as well to get to
Awesome.
that.
Cool. So what are your plans for the school year? So you said that you're staying in your co-op until December. So after that, what's next?
Like after I finish my co-op?
Yeah. Like, you're going back to school, right? Or do you have another co-op?
Yeah, so no, I would be going back for what is going to be my final semester, which is crazy to say, but
I know.
yeah, so the plan was basically to go back to campus. I currently live off campus, so kind of on-campus housing isn't an issue, but the plan was to go back and take classes back on campus, the last 4 credits worth I need to graduate, and then also kind of start planning post-graduation where I'm going to work and whatnot. Because of COVID, it's looking more like I will attend classes virtually, even in January when I start taking classes again, just because, they want to keep class sizes at a minimal. So taking classes virtually, the professor kind of films himself, seems more likely than not. And I don't expect my class load or my course load to change anything because of, taking classes virtually, but it will be interesting to see kind of the, how well I can learn in that kind of environment.
So what are you planning on doing after you get your bachelor's? Like, are you going straight to like the work field, or do you want to go to graduate school at Northeastern or like anywhere else?
Yeah, so long term, I want to get my CFA degree. So the plan is post-graduation to go work in the workforce, and basically kind of work alongside a company, whichever company it may be, to help me sponsor my way through a lot of the tests and the exams that I need to work my way up to a CFA exam. I haven't ruled out ever going to grad school. It's something I think I might do in the future to get my master's or whatever. But it's not something I would do immediately after college. I would go and work for a period of time before I then returned back to school.
Yeah, I definitely feel like that's with like a lot of people. Like, I know Anthony wants to do that, and I think I would want to do that too, just because, you just want to see what you have out there, like first, like maybe you don't need a master's degree to get a really good job. Maybe you have all the experience that you need already,
Exactly.
So I definitely recommend, doing that, and see, I mean, you're in finance, you're like in the best city too, like Boston, like forget about it, you have everything there.
I know.
So like, it's just like I feel like that's so ideal for you.
I know. And what has it been? 16 straight years of schooling. I could take a little break, right? I could work
Right.
for
Oh
a
my
bit.
God. I know. Isn't that crazy? 16 years we've been in school.
Literally, it's
Oh
all
my
I know.
God.
All I know
I
is fall
know.
through spring, you go to school. So
Right.
it'll
It's
be interesting to
crazy.
work,
Yeah. No, yeah. So this is my last question. So any tips on students starting their co-op, their first or their second co-op during a pandemic?
My biggest tip is be patient. As hard of it is a struggle for like us as employers to kind of onboard, get the technology working, learn how, what role we're going to have in the company. It's even more stressful for the employer. This is all new to them as well. They're not used to working from home literally all the time. The technology was never meant to be set up remotely. So patience is the key thing. Realizing that, as hard as it is for you, it's also hard for other people. And being understanding of that will create the best work environment for the entire team.
Right. Oh my God. Awesome. That's what I was looking for. Awesome. So you are all set.
Thanks for watching.